There's your boy Dave Crenshaw.
Well, Dave Crenshaw's pretty cool too. I'd rather have one eye and be Dan Crenshaw than have two eyes and be Dave Crenshaw.
Yeah, me too.
Are they related?
Who is Dave Crenshaw?
He looks like he's a motivational speaker, which I'm already having a problem with.
Yeah.
Which I already have an issue with.
Yeah,
you don't fuck with those motivational
I
speakers?
don't.
No,
I don't. And I'll tell you something. Whenever they do these,
all
like,
full of shit.
they're certain.
Look at his book, The Results.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the result.
Brian read it clearly.
Yeah. What did you do? Oh, you haven't done anything, but you just.
Here he is.
You have a business of being a motivational
Author, speaker, and online trainer.
building productive leaders. You know how to build a.
When he was cooking diagnosed with ADHD, who's not, dude?
Wow, man. I just.
We're just hating on Dave Crenshaw.
thanks.
And fuck,
you fucking hate those.
I live in LA, so what I've seen time and again is what happens is people.
It's a hustle.
They come to be actors. Now things don't work out. It's a tough gig. So what happens is you have what's called a mental breakdown. Now I'm not trying to be a dick.
So when you have a mental breakdown, you go and buy a suit.
So when you look in the mirror,
then you turn on the YouTube camera.
you look in the mirror and you're 40 and you go, it's actually not going to work out.
I'm not going to be Mel
My
Gibson.
whole dream board, my goal sheet ain't going to work out. Now, you got a choice. You can either die, you can either just jump right the fuck out the window.
Move to New Mexico.
Yep. Or you can say, I got to learn how to get through this.
Yeah.
I'm going to read some books on how to do this and get through it. And what you do is you convince yourself that it's going to be all right. And then you become
An influencer, life coach.
I'm always curious. I'm like, who, like, what gave them that?
Now,
Like,
if
who-
Michael Jordan released 5 steps
I'm
to
reading
being
it. That's what I'm
successful,
saying.
I'm reading the book. But
if-
a lot of these people,
But if
I'm
that
like,
slapdick with all that Botox and a bad suit's like, this is my 5 steps to successful,
Yeah.
it's like,
yeah,
get the
I
fuck.
mean, I don't know who that guy is. I don't want to be mean, but there are.
no, you know what I mean. But like, I give you.
No,
saying.
they're all con artists. They're all just trying to shift the system and like trying to make a buck.
It gives you an icky feeling.
I just don't think you ever
I give it no
accomplish
energy.
anything or get actually what you want done with 5 easy steps, with a saying, with an inspirational quote. I don't believe in any of that.
Put your ideas on a perhaps list to promote creative thinking in a manageable way.
Goals without
The
a
more
plan,
simple the email, the higher chance of getting a response.
goals without a plan are just wishes. The more simple the email, the higher chance of getting a response.
Oh my God, thank God. Dude, I'm glad I
Yeah.
read this. Want to show someone you care? Give them your attention.
Yeah, I hate these rules. I hate these fucking rules. This is what you do when you want to sell.
It's very basic.
Well, yeah, this is how you sell a program.
But it's also like, obviously.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey,
Like,
click
it's
on the
very-
one. Click on the go up. Click on the one that goes. If you care, give them attention. How many likes does that have?
If you care, it was higher.
No. Go right
Want
below
to
the
show
blue
someone
one.
you care, give them your attention.
I got it.
Yep,
28 likes. That's what you get.
and that was February 3rd.
And it says, have you ever had someone stare at their phone, tapping away on the screen while listening to you? How did that make you feel? Now for a tougher question. How many times have you been the one switch task on a person who's talking to you? I get it. I literally wrote the book on this, but I still do it too sometimes. Give people your full attention. All
No, they don't.
right.
People deserve our full attention. No, they don't. Most of the time, they fucking don't.
98% of the time, people do not
They
deserve your full
sure don't,
attention.
because they're saying nothing. This is the thing. And I don't know, honestly, like, I don't know if there are any shortcuts. Like, I think it takes a really long time to get good at something. Like, I don't care who your agent is. I don't care who you're either, like, to be a really good stand-up comic, the challenge never goes away.
Oh,
to be
especially
a
with
really
stand-up.
good boxer, to be a really good piano player. I mean, I'll see you in 10 years. And you better be practicing all the time.
Yeah. There's
no shortcut.
No shortcut.
Well, Dave Crenshaw begs the difference.
Dave
With
Crenshaw.
his 5-step program for $49.99 a month.
I think of it
can
as
do it.
high tech procrastination. So I watched Tony Robbins, knows his
He's
shit.
the real deal, though,
He's
right?
the real deal. But
Okay.
Those big
But when
sausage.
he-
He's like the bigger
yeah, but
one.
when he has those,
He's the most-
when he has those seminars, I've watched, and I'm not your guru. It's a really good documentary. But what I saw was a bunch of dudes they were building themselves up, and we can do this. And you change your mindset, and it's positive affirmation thinking. To me, that's high tech procrastination. I don't give a fuck about believing in myself. I never believe in myself. You know what makes me believe in myself? When I get good at something, then I can believe in myself.
Yeah.
Just do the fucking work. Learn how to do something, and you'll get closer.
Are you
to
pitching a
the goal.
motivational book now? 'Cause
Yeah, I
now,
should
now
write
I'm
it.
annoyed with you.
now-
Now I'm annoyed with you.
Yeah,
You know
what's
what my
up?
book says? You know what my book says?
Yeah,
In one
what?
page. Ready? It
Shut
takes
the fuck
forever.
up.
It takes
Forever.
Take forever.
Yeah, it takes forever, and practice every day, and you might still not make it.
Yeah.
And when you get there, it won't feel like you're there. I've said this before. My success feels like when I at one point 2 TV shows, fucking big podcasts,
Yeah.
stand up.
Take
And
it
somebody
easy.
said, "Well, but it was like
Take it easy.
somebody was like, you got so successful. What's your secret?" I go,
Who
"Dude."
said that?
Somebody I did an interview and I said, "Do you have any advice for like people?" In
Let
show
him
business?"
go.
Like, how do you
Let him
become a
go.
TV guy? And all? So I go,
him
I'm a
roll.
TV guy. Not asking that stupid
Well,
question.
no, I said I've been doing this for 26 years.
Let
like,
'em roll.
Like 26 years is so long. Like, and I said it's the equivalent of throwing a rock at a sparrow every time it flies by my fucking doorway. If I did that for 25 years every day, all day, I'd hit some sparrows. I'd get some sparrows and knock them out of the fucking sky. That doesn't mean I'm a good rock thrower. It just means I threw the fucking rocks at every sparrow that came by. So it's just that, I don't know. You throw enough fucking shit on the wall, some of it's gonna stick.
Yeah.
You get 7 yeses in 1 million no's. All right. It's not
50
even
million
that. It's
no's.
just.
But if that Tony Robbins stuff works for people, more power to you, man.
You know what I like?
If
some
it
people it works.
If it works
Yeah.
for you,
Do you know-
hey,
I
don't
by
give
all
a
means,
fuck.
then
Yeah.
fucking.
Do you know the one thing I listened to everything he did because I was writing a TV show on a self-help guru.
Okay.
Okay. And I wanted to make fun of him, and I got sucked in. Do you know the one thing I got from his thing that I can remember that I still think about?
Tony Robbins?
Yeah, he said one is that he's very big on setting goals, right? Specific goals, writing them
Okay.
down. But he said the main thing I heard was he said, change your primary question. I was like, what the fuck's that mean? He goes, most people have a question in their mind that's not helpful. It's a question like, am I good enough? Am I lovable? Will I make it? It's
I'm
a
out.
bullshit question, right?
I'm out.
But he said, reprogram your brain to ask a better question.
out.
So what do I have to do today to get closer to my goal or something like that? Or what do I want? What would I ask for if I knew I couldn't fail? So he has these questions. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Then
that
you're-
got you.
You're asking yourself
That's
a helpful
legit.
question, not a fucking negative question that doesn't have a good answer to it.
Yeah.
So change the primary question.
Like how do I get
But
in?
that's
At this,
all I
how do I
remember.
get in? How do I get in at this comedy club? Which is not a legit.
Whatever
question.
it is, but that's all I remember. But sometimes I think, in a way, my default was always kind of like, it's not that hard to see what you want, right? Like, if you start something, like when you joined the UFC, you were like, I want to be a champion. That's not that complicated. You figure out who you have to train with.
Very complicated.
No, it's hard. I'm not
Very
saying.
complicated.
I'm saying setting a goal is not complicated. Like, if
Setting
you go there,
the goal initially.
but then you go, well, what do I have to do to get
But those
there, you know?
those people's problem aren't their goals. They don't even know what they want.
They don't know.
It's-
Yeah.
You can't
don't know
relate
what
it to
they want.
professional athletes. That's not. No professional athlete has an issue going, I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
That's why you turn to Tony Robbins. You don't know what you want.
Yeah.
If you did, you wouldn't be buying his books.
You'd be doing your.
Hey, some people are probably successful off of it.
Again, if it helps, more power to them. I don't give a fuck if you get into Satanism.
I think-
If
I
that's
think-
what motivates you. Go more power to you, man.
I think getting good at anything is a good way to get to the next thing. Like learning.
Somehow
how to learn.
this turned into a motivational podcast,
Right.
which drives me absolutely bonkers.
I
but
know it's driving
we
him
can
crazy.
keep doing it. if
and I'm
you
like,
want.
hey, let them roll. And
Brian's
Brian's
like,
just, Brian's just
Brian's like, I
rolling.
hate this shit. Then Brian's like, it's one step at a time. And people ask me, how did you do it? And I'm like, you just gotta start. I'm like, oh my god. Now you're doing what fucking Dave Creekshaw's doing.
I am a little bit. I am. A
So
little
it's
bit.
exhausting.
I'm a little better than he is. Though.
About the same.
Come on, dude. I'm a little
About
better.
the
both-
same.
I'm simplifying it.
Both cringy.
Did you see his followers?
Hold on. Ready? Change.
Think of-
Ready. Change the primary question in your brain, and it takes forever. Go. That's
People
a
are
free
like-
seminar. That was
Like,
for free.
Change the question. No,
Write that down. Write that down.
Change the question.
You don't like inspirational quotes?
Oh my god.
On
Just
Instagram?
go, man.
I'm sorry.
Just go. Just do it. Go.
I like people that make up.
I'm
their
sorry,
own-
I was egging him on.
make up.
I was
make up,
egging him
make up your own
Okay.
inspirational
I was
quote.
egging him on.
Let me hear you make up your own inspirational quote. You have 5 seconds.
Oh, fucking
Come on,
do
you
it.
have to do it. 1,
Yeah, fucking do it.
2.
Do it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
fucking
fucking
do it.
Nike's thing, dude.
But that's
Hey,
why
I
it
said
works.
fucking do it.
Just
do it.
fucking do
Just
it.
fucking
If you
do
ask,
it.
if you have to ask me, you're probably not gonna make it.
Oh yeah.